If I'm not here tomorrow and my family is harmed in any way, I want you guys to know that it was Nick Carter and his wife.
Alright guys, so I got one of my old videos. This is a very rushed video right off the bat by saying that this video is going to be a little more direct because maybe in the past I've been being too nice and too professional and my point gets lost. So some things need to be said so everyone can just move on. Oh yeah, and in the words of Emily D. Baker, don't forget to do the YouTubey things for me, alright? After my last video, the girls and guys around Aaron Carter started fighting and showing their true colors. From clout chasing Check making a promo video at his makeshift visual for Aaron Carter at the Lancaster house. To Melanie doing interviews attempting to force any type of emotion because her face injections and Botox don't allow for many.
I was trying to move us to a different area. It felt like that area was like, had bad energy, bad people that were not in Aaron's best interest. They didn't care about his well-being. They didn't care about his happiness.
We had Aaron's longtime friend and recent manager, Taylor Helgeson, who, by the way, I actually interviewed some years ago. Go check that out on the channel. Completely act out of character and expose the real reason he came back around and the truth about Aaron's new makeshift internet friend.
You go back and you say 8 years of pictures of me and Aaron with a healthy face, no fucking face tattoos, looking like a fucking island boy. Like check the oil, check the Chex Mix, check tank, check whoever the fuck that is, looking like him. When did that happen? When did that happen? When who came around? When did that happen? It's common sense. It's common fucking sense.
And of course, it's not a celebrity death if everyone around the deceased person isn't blaming each other for the death. The only people acting right, sadly, are his immediate family. The only real drama was between the immediate family and Melanie. It was like an alleged battle for Aaron's assets because he didn't have a will. But that was quickly settled when the family released a statement saying there was no battle. They wanted Prince to get everything. That's how Aaron would have wanted it. Which I'm assuming Melanie was trying to get everything, for Prince, quote, quote. But then we had Jane go on Facebook and rant about how Melanie was the problem and Melanie's the cause for his death. But we all know Aaron and Jane are very similar. But then there was a resurgence of exposing Nick Carter videos, and reports started popping up oddly like right after the passing of Aaron. Now we know we had the conspiracy theorists that are, trying to hang on to Aaron, saying that it was Sony and it was Nick and everybody, but people completely unaware of Aaron for the final 5 years of his life are now going back and attempting to use old lives that Aaron himself has said in multiple interviews he was just saying because he was hurt. And these people are only doing it to paint a narrative surrounding his death. The main reporter on this, the YouTuber Sloan Hooks. Now, disclaimer, guys. I used to genuinely like his videos, and I still do, for the most part. It became obvious at a certain time his research was very minimal and most of his information came from other videos, but honestly, he had a good delivery and it was still good stuff to watch. Well, after Aaron Carter died, he jumped at the opportunity to make a video after about a year or two of people begging him and telling him to make videos on Aaron. And if you guys watch Sloan, you know at the end of every video, he says, email me, tell me what you want to see next. His exact words about Aaron when asked, talking about Aaron is too intimidating. There's so much out there. Now, I don't know what changed to make him feel like the Carters were less intimidating to talk about. My guess is after the views on that video, he knew he could get a few videos out of the family, which is somewhat his trend. He double backed and hopped on the recent exposing Nick Carter train with a new video and a now deleted TikTok and tweet accusing Nick and his wife of threatening his life. Now, I can assume for a couple of reasons why he made these videos, but I will say it kind of follows his underlining brand of I'm for justice and the victims and constantly getting intimidated because of that, which I'll get into a little more later. Just follow me here, guys. The issue is that if Sloan wasn't so intimidated in the first place, he would have known Aaron was talking about these allegations since 2007. Those were literally the reasons for Aaron and Nick's most recent split and the restraining order. If Sloan did any research, he would have seen interviews more recently of Aaron apologizing for butting into his brother's situations and trying to play God by airing out his brother's dirty laundry just because his own dirty laundry was out. Before you call me names in the comments, guys, okay? Because I know it's coming. I'm prepared. I'm not defending and I'm not saying that Nick Carter is completely innocent. If I'm being 100% honest with what I know about the industry, I don't think any of these people are 100% innocent. I think especially in the 90s, we've learned that the world was a different place, and celebrities had a lot more power than they ever should have. In the 90s, consent wasn't enforced, and women didn't really have a voice. But, specifically for Nick Carter, as far as the allegations go, they never went anywhere. Even with Melissa Schumann coming forward again, and coming forward with the help of Aaron, after the height of the Me Too movement, the allegations went nowhere, which Sloan failed to mention. No, I'm definitely not going to be the person to say just because he didn't go to jail or just because he wasn't convicted, he didn't do it. We've seen plenty of people who were guilty as hell get off, and we've seen people who were innocent put away. Our justice system is fucked, I think we can all agree. But I will say, if we're just thinking logically for a second, like about the Backstreet Boys, yeah, they were big, and yeah, they're kind of big again, because they're nostalgic, but today, they're not big enough for Nick to just be getting away with this. Men way more powerful were taken down due to allegations. Hell, Justin Timberlake had to come out and apologize for his part in the public abuse that Janet Jackson and Britney Spears endured because of him. And now I could be wrong, and showing my age maybe a little bit by saying this, but I've never been into boy bands. And later on, I did fall for the Jonas Brothers, but that's, neither here nor there. In my opinion, Justin Timberlake is a bigger star than Nick Carter. Yeah, the Backstreet Boys are back on tour, and yeah, that's a lot of money for a lot of people. And yes, they are on some new commercial for like laundry detergent or something like that, but he isn't like celebrity royalty like these people keep insinuating. But leave it to Sloan to take the saddest and the most known allegations to quote expose Nick, except he didn't expose anything. Everything he said was already known, already said, like literal headlines. Sloan didn't mention any of the outcomes of these allegations or care to mention any of the Aaron Carter allegations, because there are those as well. He didn't mention that both these men came from the same fucked up family and endured equally fucked up abuse being in the industry so young. Sloan pulled out all the tiny violins for his Aaron video and made him sound so innocent, but didn't have or doesn't have the same compassion for Nick. Why? Now back to what I was saying earlier about Sloan's brand. It's no secret that YouTubers get sued or get cease and desist letters or even copyright strikes for videos that celebrities or other YouTubers don't like about them. But with this recent claim, all of his previous situations and lawsuits with people not liking what he reports seem different to me now. Sloan claims in a now deleted TikTok that Nick Carter and his wife Lauren Kit Carter sent him threatening text messages after his exposing video.
But I posted a video this morning about the Nick Carter accusations. And now his wife is threatening me and my family, and I'm making this video right now as proof that if something were to happen to my life or my family's life right now, this is who did it. Nick Carter and his wife, Kit, are the people who have harmed me and harmed my family. So if I'm dead tomorrow, that's why.
Now that video's alarming, right? But then I remembered back to a similar situation he had with Drake Bell after doing multiple videos on him. And I started to wonder, like, how the hell are these people even getting his number?
Me. He wrote, "Hi, Michael. Drake Bell here. Let me know when you are free to chat." He's busy going out and trying to figure out my name and my phone number so that he can go and text me and befriend me or shut me up or try to, I don't know, hurt me at this point.
But whatever, I left it alone. If Sloan said it happened to him, it happened to him. I didn't care enough to go into it. But then I came across a Rich Lux video fake reporting on his dear friend Sloan being in danger. And that's when I knew, okay, this shit is bullshit, and these YouTubers are just exaggerating and dragging this on for content, for clicks. If your friend's life was in danger, I mean, wouldn't your video reporting on an exclusive update about the situation maybe be a little more concerned? Or hell, at least serious?
Because I feel like we need to talk. So there I was shopping around, and Sloan done got into some more drama. He posted the police report. We have it exclusive. So let me show you before I show you the police report, or I show you the receipt. I got to pay the light bill. People said that he was lying, he was faking it for views and clicks, and they just said, you have no proof that it was a Nick Carter family. It could have been a troll. You could have been getting trolled. And so that's what people were saying. And I've made 2 videos about it. Okay, this is the 3rd video because we have police report. And it is like a crime or something, right? I think so. To falsify a police report. So I think that this has some validation. So this could, shut down some of the haters saying that Sloan was lying the house, being sneaky snake for views and clicks, whatever. Because I have the police report right here. We're going to read it to you together. So
he really cleared my confusion right up when he brought up the fact that a lot of people were pointing out that those texts definitely could have been from someone completely unrelated to the Carters. Any ounce of research, Aaron Carter's internet antic, you'd see he blamed all bad comments and everything bad that went on in his life on BSB and Nick Carter fans. So wouldn't it make sense after a video about Nick's resurfaced allegations, maybe an upset fan of Nick's or Backstreet Boys would have sent those? Side note, but huge point. Nick just lost his little brother. No matter the turmoil in their relationship, Nick and Lauren have a lot more on their minds than a YouTuber saying regurgitated information that's been out for years. Rich Lux goes on to do the worst possible job he could, attempting to back Sloan's claims when he referenced a police record request email as some sort of proof. I don't know, that maybe Sloan was really threatened or that Sloan really filed a police report or something. I mean, at this moment, I'm basically as confused as Rich looked talking about this entire thing. I did the most basic Google search, and it basically came up that the email Sloan received was from him requesting a police report to be released to him. Now, I've never heard of someone having to request and wait for a police report they filed, especially one that they just filed. The screenshot literally shows the email is from police record. You don't have to wait a week or 2 for a police report, and I could have sworn you got your police report at the time that they write it or report it, or in his case receive it. When I went to the website associated with the email address in the screenshot, I learned that I for the first time learned that you can make a police report online. So the email took me to a Virginia police department, which would make sense if the threats came from or happened in Virginia. But the only correlation to Virginia is in the messages Sloan received saying the person would visit Bristow, Virginia, where I'm assuming Sloan's family is. The PwC website states to file an online report, it has to meet certain criteria, right? Like certain checkpoints. One being the crime has to be committed in that county, as well as have an unknown suspect. They even mentioned that they send you a copy of the temporary police report as soon as you file it. Sloan lives in California, and the Carters live in Nevada. Sloan has already accused someone of sending the text, so it doesn't really look like he would qualify to even make a online report with them. The simple fact that it's a police record request and not a police report filed, and the fact that in the screenshot you could kind of see that they already had a message thread, so Sloan, obviously previously had contact with them. I really think the email is just of him requesting a copy of someone else's police report for a video. We see that often. Naturally, Rich Lux wanted to add some flavor to the story, and he really thought that he did something showing that email when it really just sounded the whole time like he doesn't believe or know 95% of what he's saying. But I have a real question, guys. Have you guys ever heard of anyone having to go through a third party to receive their own police report? Because say I'm just crazy, right? Say I just don't know anything. And for those of you that I'm sure will leave a comment calling me a crazy Aaron Carter bully, stan, or troll, or just someone hating on Sloan, the truth is Sloan has been called out multiple times for misinformation in videos, as well as playing both sides for views and his well-polished image, as well as pushing narratives and stories based off of things he read on Twitter with little to no fact. My personal bias aside, other people have made claims he falsely reported facts in a video about the trial that terminated Britney Spears' conservatorship, as well as his video about Selena Gomez and her friend Francia, among other ones. Oh, he and Melissa Schumann also started following each other, so we should definitely expect him to be dropping a video about her or an interview with her, including some, screenshots of conversation or whatever. I also think that he'll be dropping another Aaron Carter or Nick Carter video. Of course, people are wondering about these claims and if he's okay and X, Y, and Z, so we'll be seeing those soon. But if you've made it this far without already leaving a comment, for the new people to the channel, I'm not like a YouTuber, okay? I'm a journalist and I work in music media. I stumbled on Aaron Carter's IG Lives a few years ago, and after feeling bad for a while, I did research like any good journalist does, and I did a lot of it. The feeling bad turned into feeling sad and slightly mad about some stuff that I was witnessing, and I noticed that there weren't many, if any, unbiased, non-online chat, people that were kind of level-headed. A lot of information online, aside from stuff just about the Carters, is really lost in the commotion of the real trolls and bullies that there are out there. The media part of me seen a way to practice my craft and get better at some of the stuff that I do want to get better at while reporting factual information on, current things or non-current things. Yes, I used to simply re-upload videos or interviews, but that's because I wanted the whole story to be told without my rewording or my bias. Some stuff I felt like was definitely better left said from the person's direct mouth. Then there are videos like this or my Adam Hicks video that, need narration or commentary or stories that I want to tell. But, at the end of the day, you may not agree with me, and that's okay. We're all entitled to our own opinion. And on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to leave a comment if you agree or, if you don't. We could always have conversation. But as always, I'll talk to you guys in my next video.